So this is potentially game-winning top deck here. I will absolutely take it. Man, like the value is here. 5 damage. Let's see if we can block. That is a very weird play. Show me. Like there's obviously something that I'm missing and I have zero idea what. Bro, do you know how First Strike works? Man, this is just Mono Red on their way to Mythic. Alright, you know what? I kinda like our situation. Akrazot is the biggest deal. Oh man, I just stopped liking my situation quite a bit. That's a big play. But... Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today we'll revisit Golgari with all the new additions that made the deck even stronger than before. Caustic Bronco, not only super powerful card, but also really fun card, because every game it will be different depending on what you hit. You can lose life, gamble that you will hit lands, you can saddle and hope that you will hit your 5 and 7 drops to just go for insane lethals. You will see everything in this one. This is the highest win rate version right now, so the Golgari is like seemingly holding very strong, and with Hostile Investigator, the second new card, this creates so much value that Golgari just got, you know, even closer to control decks in the value. You go 3 for 1 with this one, especially with the fact that Cavern of Souls are here, so this won't be, you know, counterable. That means it enters the battlefield, you get your value, and don't forget, every time you Duress later, you can get the new activation and the new clue. So, you know, the deck is pretty fire, and with Akrazot, we have this never-ending threat that closes the games together with Virtue of Persistence. So, very solid deck, very fun deck, and action-packed. So, I mean, what more to expect from a deck right now, right? And yeah, let's go into games. If you aren't subscribed, this might be the moment to do it. If you enjoyed the content, if you want to support it, this is the best way to go about it. And thank you for all the new subscribers lately. We are closer and closer to 15,000, and I cannot thank you enough, guys, so appreciate it. So with that being said, let's go. We're going first, which will be super important. We go with the Glade probably, just so we can get all the mana. Alright, let's go. Wizard A. So I guess that makes me a Wizard B. That was a great joke. Because we're against Golgari, we want the extra card. We're on the play, so kinda we got everything. We have more tempo, generally, and we have equal cards right now. So, you know, good for us, good for us. Let's go with the Sentinel. Yeah, these forces go for the throw. They probably have it, but, you know, we still will go with it. With Hostile Investigator, we actually have quite a lot of value. Well, to be absolutely fair, if I play Dread Knight, it's less mana efficient, but it might be better. But I really want to play Investigator on the next turn. Alright, so no, we are kinda doing the thing. But this is actually pretty good. Especially that if we draw more this card, we can get even more cards. So I think we'll try to outvalue them. Obviously not a card that they really cared about, but we still got the clue. We just need to keep trading. They can use map token. If they hit a non-land, this will be 4-5, which means we cannot trade. But we'll try, we'll try. Akrazot will be a huge deal here. Unless, you know, it dies. Unless it dies. Alright. A tail swipe. Very good for our opponent, but still, you know, it's kinda go for the throat. So they still invested 1 card. They will probably use the map token again. So we are in some trouble, but hopefully Akrazot will get us out of it. Oh, it's just a 3-4, somehow. Let's go for, I guess, God, because why not? Why not? Okay, just please don't kill my Akrazot. That's really important. This is my best play, because it will be hard to outvalue the Sentinel. Alright, sure, this is acceptable. Like, it hurts. But you know what? I can see this maybe working. Bronco, okay. We probably need to play a lot of creatures. Okay, you know what? I have some ideas. Let's go for the snake here. And probably let's go for the... They don't have blue, alright. So let's go for the Sentinel. I probably should draw with the map first, but I will go like this. Listen, this gives us the most lifelink. Absolutely. Absolutely. Do you think they can force us to discard this card? I really hope they don't. I really hope they don't, but I'm not risking it. So we have to attack with Akrasot. I mean, I don't need to draw a card here. Maybe we just play Bronco. Okay, let's attack with this and see what happens. If they discard this, we get a bat, which actually makes it way better. I hope my opponent forgot about it, because I forgot about it so many times that I just feel excused a little bit better this way. So what do we go for? The Red Knight or Bronco? This deals more damage. Especially if the bat against the Sheoldred, right? That's actually pretty good. And we can use the map token to get good top deck. I will try it. It's a little bit more damage this way, I think. Alright, we'll see. Like, this is a very close game. We have 3 creatures, so they probably cannot remove everything. And they kinda want to remove this so they can attack, but at the same time they need to get rid of Akrasot somehow. Like, Akrasot will be the first target. And I don't... If they don't have Field of Ruin... Alright, that's good for them. Alright, I probably will block here. I think this is what we will do. We can kill Sheoldred, right? They can get it back, but it will take a moment. And they know that the Sheoldred is basically gone, so they put the counters on Sentinel, which is very, very smart. This will be a really close game. But maybe we can make it work. 2 damage. Acquired. And let's see it, right? If I kill this, I can attack with Sentinel. But, well, if we hit a non-land, I really hope we don't. Of course it's a land. Of course. Well, that's bad. That is kinda bad. This way we could attack with this and get additional map tokens, so that would give us very nice card advantage. I'm considering letting Sheoldred live, you know? Then we can go for the Lethal, but I'm not sure if we can trade. They need to keep land in the hand. Okay, this is bad, but I'm going with it. Man, this feels absolutely awful. Is that really the correct play? No, like, come on. It has to die. It absolutely has to die. We'll just go with Akrasot, try to get them to 0, and just try to raise them. Just because Sheoldred also draws cards. So either they had 2 lands, or they hope for a top deck. This bat is actually super important. And let's play it. We still have a cut down, if anything. Alright, you know what? I kinda like our situation. Akrasot is the biggest deal. Oh man, I just stopped liking my situation quite a bit. That's a big play. But at least they have no virtue right now. So we can just absorb damage from this, and we can attack by air. I think we should be fine. I could kill this, but I'm not sure if we want. Okay, let's draw a card first. See what we get. That's a card. That absolutely is a card. But maybe we can use it later, when they least expect those. And they only have 1 card. Alright, lifelink is huge. Man, I told you, Akrasot needs to win this game. Oh, nice. Very nice. No bats for us, unfortunately. Listen, this is a weird play, but I really think this is better. Alright, so we kill it. We kinda get the same situation with extra card. And the card is no joke. Alright. Alright, I think we're in a good spot. I want to use Go for the Throat when he doesn't expect it, because he's so tight on the game that he probably will count exactly the number of creatures that he needs to survive. And this will mean that he will have one too little. That's usually how I play. And very often, like, you know, you get this one creature advantage that they didn't expect. We really enjoy cutting down the Dread Knights. Because they discarded a land to Akrazot, they actually cannot go for 7 mana play. Alright, I take the damage. Good for them, but it won't be enough. And they cannot attack with this one, because then we can attack with everything very easily. And they go for this because it's a... I think the counter should go here, honestly. So they can go for Virtue, but it will be too slow. It will absolutely be too slow. We should win with this, right? So, we will go with what? I mean, I guess we have to go like this. Because this is the only setup where we can attack with everything and not lose the Sentinel. So let's go with this. And now they cannot block our Sentinel, and that will be lethal, so they have to lose this. And that's not great for them. Well, they have done the cottage, right? So if they activate it... I mean, we are winning with Akrazot anyway. I mean, we don't regain anything, so I guess we just keep it. We get the map token. It's not bad. But it's probably also not great. So the Path of Prayer was kinda without sense in the end. I didn't see the cottage originally, but yeah. With Glissa it's a little bit easier. Alright, he was really prepared for this play. Of course you don't want to do it, because right now if we have removal we can kill it. Let's go for the Glissa, because if they cast this, we can kill the enchantment. But of course we'll win with Akrazot. They really need to top deck removal right now. It has to be Go for the Throat. Not good enough. So, I told you, man. Akrazot single-handedly won the whole game. Alright, so our opponent is on the play, and he has Kumano faces Kakazan, right? Still, I think we'll go with Bronco, because that's a lot of pressure. They might kill it at dance step, but it is what it is. At least we don't get face damage, and we slow them down a little bit. If they didn't cast it, it could be a buff spell. And possibly Kumano is the target for it. A Forge. Well, well, well. This will be a problem, but you know what? We can get something done here. Maybe we can raise this. You know, I think we can actually raise this. I could go with Red Knight into Duress. It's a little bit more efficient. And it kinda does the same thing. I don't think we have time for value. Okay, I got scared that I miscalculated and we cannot saddle it. And let's set. He definitely has something. Here's Lawrence Escape. That's the card they really like. We need to hit something huge, you know? Alright, that's probably not the biggest card I have in my whole deck, but it is what it is. I have one Go for the Throat, so Slickshot can die, but is that too slow? Is that too slow? They have so much pump spells. Like, every card they're using is basically 2 for 1, and they will get Vigilance, right? They should honestly use the one from their hand, because, you know, we have shown that we can Duress. But, you know, they would... Why would they care about it, right? Honestly, with this, I can see us going. Alright. And I mean, we kinda have to kill it, right? Then we go Akrazot. Let's go. I could wait until they cast it, but then I cannot attack. And I need to saddle, Hopefully this will be more than 3 damage, but I cannot risk taking the damage. Man, like my draws with Bronco are really bad like in this game. Kumano. It's not the best for him, but it's decent. Like it will be a problem later. Alright. On the next turn, unfortunately, this will be a 4 attacker. 4 mana attacker, so that's a little bit of a problem. And I cannot tap here. I tell you, moment I want saddle, it will kill me. Like instantly. Listen, I have to go like this. Okay, that's at least some damage. I'll take it. Bitter Triumph. We can absolutely discard the card. You know what? This might be okay. I think we can win this. It will be super close, but I think we can win this. Of course, we don't have a choice. We need to block this. But we lifelink a lot and we still get the land. We have the cottage. So we have lethals. It is possible. Oh man, that's actually pretty strong. So we want the untapped land. Alright, we can win this game. We just need to not mess it up. So I could Geeks Command. 3, 4, and Bitter Triumph. I mean, that could be enough. That probably could be enough. Man, this is such a weird play. Is there any point in other modes? Do we have something? No. I mean, let's go. Let's go. We still have Bitter Triumph. I wanted to go for Akrazot, but unfortunately our opponent has too many cards and we cannot target anything on this turn. I still need to block with Bronco probably. We can just go for 2-turn Lethal, so we don't need anything more. That should be absolutely enough. I needed to think because the game is probably won, but we can still mess it up. In many ways. Man, just attacking with Bronco can mess it up. Alright, back to 13. And we don't need to pay life for the Triumph, so it should be okay. And we'll see how it goes. This is sorcery speed, so he actually needs to use it before attacking. And that's a big deal. It's 2 mana that he needs to use, especially if he plays like a Slick Shot into double this. We kinda know everything by then. So yeah, I think he will think for a moment and either try to kill us or just concede straight up. We have the cottage and that will be the missing damage probably. Okay. Listen. Oh no. Can I? Okay, I can. Yeah, there's no reason to do it now. It still gets discarded. I don't know why I wanted to do it. It's just a bad play. Alright. Sure. This way he invests more and more into this card, so when we finally kill it, it will be just way better. And he has no trample. At least not on one of those. I think we just go with the Dread Knight and Cottage. So I think we block Kumano here. We can get Sentinel and that will be more damage with Bronco, potentially if we hit something. But I don't think they have any way to kill Cottage in their deck. So let's just go with this play. Because I want to see how he kills me. If we let it through, they can pump for 4 probably. Or at least there is a chance they can. They probably can't, because Monstrous Rage is what, +3, so it's not enough. Sure. And even though it has Vigilance... Oh, Virtuoso. That might be a problem, right? But it only has 1 toughness. Alright, so we definitely need to be very mana efficient here. We will discard a card. Because we probably need to use Food Token, I would guess. Alright. Bronco. Alright, so we go Cottage, we attack, we force a trade. And this, man, this can actually kill us if he hits right. And if I don't attack with this, if we go 6, I can have 1 map token, but it's not good enough. Okay, I think, well... Oh man, this is actually really weird. I thought we have this game, but it is possible we don't. Alright, let's go like this. Because this forces a trade, so I will go with it. Let's go for instants. I don't think they have synergies, but I think it's still a little bit better. So they have to block, that means no Virtuoso, so it's just the Forge. This, you know, basically blocks 2 damage. Man, you are seeing an aggro player blocking because he has to. That's so amazing. Alright. So this blocks 2, and the food token blocks 3 damage basically. Because of trample, it just doesn't matter that we block. It's just about toughness. So we have 11. They deal 6. They need to pump it by 5 basically on this turn. And I think they can't. So I would guess that we should win, but there are some, you know, combinations of cards that maybe get him back into the game. Man, this is so close. Here it comes. Monstrous Rage, right? Yes. I mean, listen. We are doing our thing. Let's see who is the better player. Man, this was actually so close. And that's it. They lost. And this is trample. Like, they only have white mana. This cannot deal damage. Oh, they had Sukenzan. I think, man, didn't they have a way to do it? I'm not sure. Alright, man, that was a game. Alright, we're going first. We have a lot of value, but we'll see. With investigators, we should be kinda fine. And Frillback will, you know, be our answer to everything that is weird, but of course, in reality, we'll only play against Mono Red. So what do we go for? Is that go for the throat into Frillback? Or just going with the Dread Knight to keep the curve going? This will be hard, man. I think we go like this. On the next turn, they are not guaranteed to be able to 1-drop into Monstrous Rage. Swift Spear is probably the best one, right? Cheek is actually pretty low on value, but let's see if they pump it. Double Cheek. This will be a little bit hard because everything goes by air. Okay, I think this will be Glissa. So I'm not sure how we play it. It will be really hard to raise them, but honestly we probably have to. Like, we cannot win against double fires, it will be 3 damage a turn, so it will stack really quickly. Moment they start going for Monstrous Rage and all this stuff, like, it gets worse. So right now Lightning Strike is their best play, Lightning Strike into Monstrous Rage on the cheek. This is how they should play, if they have those cards. If they don't have those cards, they are just bad at Magic. We have Frillback, but I think it might be too slow. Let's see if we can block. That is a very weird play. Show me. Like, there's obviously something that I'm missing and I have zero idea what. Bro, do you know how First Strike works? Man, this is just Mono Red on their way to Mythic. They still didn't, you know, figure out how those cards work. First Strike, let's read it. This creature deals combat damage before creatures without First Strike. I know, the name didn't give it away. I know, just crazy. And this is so weird. How can, like, alright. Just Mono Red being Mono Red. Alright, so they will have 1 card and 1 top deck. How do we go about this one? We go with this because that forces skill on the Kumano. And honestly, that means they have no ground army. They can trade against the Dread Knight, which is fine. I'm honestly not sure what we'll do. I think I will just remove the counter. It's not as amazing, but it slows the lethal and that's all we care about. And with Frillback we have more time. This is really good. That's 4 damage to our face, but I think we can beat it. I really hoped for untapped land, because then I could destroy the enchantment and also life gain. So this is 7 damage, 2 turn lethal. 2 turn lethal. This deals guaranteed 2 damage. I want to make sure that we get there, because the game is ours. Alright, now we attack with everything. We kill the enchantment with the first strike. And I don't think there's any combination that will burst us so hard. And of course chicks cannot block, so they actually cannot kill us. Right? Scoop time. 1 card. Alright, you got it. Okay, Frillback. A dinosaur. I tell you, man, they're learning magic. They're learning magic on their way to Mythic. Maybe they just rope. I have no idea what's going on. So let's go. This will be 14 damage, so I'm pretty sure that should be enough. And let's exile an instant. Always exile instants because they sometimes have cards that have synergy with it. Alright, let's see it. I mean, that was a worthwhile try. You know what? This actually could make a difference, but we're attacking so hard, it's still perfectly fine. But that was probably the only card that made sense. Remove. You don't want to lose life in this kind of matchup. It's not worth extra card. Alright. Man, the first strike. That's a difference. Honestly, I think I called the play before knowing what he has in the hand. So, Monstrous Rage on the cheek, right? That was the play. Alright, we're going first. Let's see it. I think we'll start with Duress, because that should help us with Bronco. And potentially, if we can hit a land, we can play Sentinel and instantly saddle it. That would be really great. And Glissa can saddle as well. We need to check the matchup, of course, but I mean, this is pretty versatile. We could also go cut down, but I will start with Duress. Alright, so he really wants Kumano faces Kakazan. Yeah, let's go for it, especially with the cut down. Will they play this as a creature? Maybe. Wow! Man, just really good at magic. I mean, impressively great at magic. Alright, we have to play like this. Man, this is what I have with this card. Every time I discard a card because it's good for him, he just top decks exactly the same card and I'm like, alright. However, to be absolutely honest, this is insane top deck, because that means I can saddle, and that's huge. That's actually insane. And they cannot prevent it in any way. So this is potentially game-winning top deck here. It wasn't a land, which actually would be even better, but I will absolutely take it. Man, like, the value is here. 5 damage. I actually hit 5-drop with this as well. So the damage really stacks, man. So he had a great Kumano, but he needs a follow-up. And I really need to hit a land so I can start, you know, saddling every turn. 2 damage. They didn't go for the play. Alright. Oh, that's why. That's why. This is a creature, right? Yep. So you cannot duress it. Honestly, I think we'll go like this, man. I think this is a little bit better. I could kill it. So I can cut it down. No, I need to duress first. You know what? Damage might matter. Let's go for it. The ordering is absolutely awful, but don't worry, it will work out. It will work out, because he will target it. Exactly. And now we can go for this. And that means he has no blocker, he will take a lot of damage and he lost all the cards. Duress kinda was wasted, but it forced this kind of play, so it's still fine. And that was another 5-drop. Man, we dealt 10 damage with Bronco, and you know, 4 extra from the attacks. That was the weirdest game ever. So what do? We will play Duress and see what happens. War Leader's Call. They don't have an artifact, right? So we definitely need this one out. Yeah, let's go like this. That means we, you know, can postpone some decisions. Alright. I mean, we both have pretty bad draw, to be honest. But ours just got a little bit better. With Sentinel, like this is actually pretty huge. And it's not result reinforcements. So with Sentinel we can actually start pressuring them and still defend. And in 2 turns Akrazot will come into battlefield, so they have very limited window. Well, they didn't draw the card. Alright guys, I think we won't talk too much about the archetype. The Golgari in this kind of mid-range version was around for a very long time. However, the additions of Bronco and Investigator, those cards really made the deck even better. And you know, if you can start doing cards as quickly as turn 3, and contrary to the Dread Knight, you actually can still keep attacking, so that is a big deal, especially against like control decks or something. If they don't hit removal instantly and you are on the play, you already get value. You know that hitting with single geeks is so insane that you are drawing those 3 cards, and Casting Bronco is kind of the same. Against control decks you don't care about losing life, especially that a lot will be land, so it actually, the damage stacks very slowly, and against, you know, aggro decks you play differently anyway. And it kind of gives you this haste effect. Like it's kind of the vehicle, right? Just because even though the new creature doesn't attack, it can fuel this effect, and if you hit any kind of, you know, 3 or higher drops, it kinda is already a haste on the creature that you have played basically. So you can feel the extra damage, and that gives Golgari a little bit of haste effect, especially that you also have the Sentinel. When it enters the battlefield, you get the map token, you activate it, and those are those extra counters that quickly stack, especially things like Geeks Command for extra power spike and Sheoldred for extra burn damage. And yeah, with Bronco you can actually really go through your opponent. Even if he blocks, he can still die to the burn if you hit 5 or 7 drop very often. So you know, I like this new way of playing Golgari. I'm happy to see it around because I was a little bit scared that, you know, with all the slick shots it might be way harder to play, but man, Akrazot and Virtues are doing work. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching as always, especially if you watch until the end. And yeah, I hope you had a great fun. So thank you guys and see you tomorrow.